It's a beautiful morning, Elon. Wake up! I'm Matt Lee with a new face this morning.
Hey everyone, I'm Victoria Mills. We have a great show for you this morning.
Baseball wasn't the only sweep this past weekend. You'll want to curl up on the couch for this one.
And did you notice the different tunes? We'll introduce the producer behind the electronic dance music later on in the show.
They were born on Veterans Day and just learned how to swim. We'll introduce you to some utterly cute creatures.
Today is February 25th. Thanks for waking up with us. Let's get to it.
We begin today with an 8th straight win for Elon men's hoops.
The Phoenix defeated the Furman Paladins in Greenville, South Carolina, a blowout, 78-49.
Wow, and Jack Eisenbarger became Elon's all-time leader in three-pointers after hitting 2 threes last night to make his total 261, passing Chris Kiger's record of 259.
Lucas Troutman also had a big night for the Phoenix, who returned home to play Wofford on Thursday at 7 p.m.
ELN obtained a copy of a bill that will be presented to SGA on Thursday for a vote.
The bill is a list of suggestions to enhance and change Elon's intellectual climate.
Sean Berry joins us in the studio to explain to us what this means. Good morning, Sean.
Good morning, Tori and Matt. If this bill is passed on Thursday, there could be a couple of major changes. First, new student orientation. The bill asks to explore ways for residence assistants to be more involved with new students, and perhaps even serve as orientation leaders, something they are not allowed to be right now. There could also be another big change for residence life. Students may be placed in housing areas based on their grade or major. This would impact the Greek course, which could be rebranded as a place for upperclassmen to live. And the last major request from the proposal is to hire a third party to examine Greek recruitment. This would be to decide whether or not deferred rush is really the most effective way to do recruitment. The bill will be presented to SGA for a vote on Thursday. Be sure to follow Elon Local News for the latest updates.
And at that meeting, one person should be paying particular attention to the way it's run. SGA Executive President-elect Joe Incorvia, who's preparing for his transition in April. We caught up with Incorvia this week to get a better grasp at how he plans to lead the student body.
Leadership is difficult because, there's always talks about, is leadership something you're born with or something that you learn? And I think it's a little bit of both. But leadership for me revolves around the concept of servant leadership. And it's the fact that you lead by example and you lead for a purpose and you lead to help others.
Joe Incorvia defeated Wellsford Bishoprics Chief of Staff Jessica Petrillo for the position. We caught up with her to see if she sees herself having a future in student government.
I said, from the beginning, no matter what, SGA is going to get a great leader, and I'm really excited for Joe. I think he's going to have a great year. I'm not really sure what my involvement is going to look like next year. I know that I absolutely love Elon, and this doesn't change that at all.
And Elon police arrested 3 students for drug charges this past weekend. That's 4 students arrested on drug charges in the past 15 days.
Freshman Jake Elliott and senior Nathan Fisher both face multiple charges, including felony possession of cocaine. Elliott is a former member of Elon's football team.
Freshman David May is also facing a felony charge for possession of marijuana. For more information on the arrest, check our website, elonlocalnews.com.
In 1 week, the town of Elon will have a special meeting to hear opinions on the proposed changes for downtown Elon. Our Katie Kaler has local reactions to the story you first saw on Elon Local News.
Elon Jr. PJ Eisler lives on Haggard Avenue. He says he supports the renovation as long as no changes are made to his house.
Obviously, it would be sad that I couldn't, maybe one day take my kids here and be like, oh, we had such great memories at this house because it won't be here. But at the same time, Elon definitely needs a downtown area. And anything to better the university, I'm 100% for.
And junior Sarah Smith moved into this apartment on Northley Avenue after studying abroad in the fall. She says she loves the neighborhood feel and is afraid that if Elon becomes more developed, it will lose its charm.
It disappoints me a lot because a lot of these houses are passed down from friends to other friends or through organizations, and they've been here for a while.
The new plan could include an interactive fountain in Town Commons area. There's also monumental development proposed, which could be modeled after the Carolina Inn in Chapel Hill. But Town Alderman Davis Montgomery says there are no immediate plans to displace anyone, and the goal of the renovations is to help the Elon community grow.
I mean, I definitely think that more could be done to integrate the community of Elon with the university, because I think it's definitely separated right now.
Katie Kaler, Elon Local News.
Changes are already coming to the building sitting at the edge of downtown Elon, McEwen Dining Hall. Former Lakeside Dining Hall chef Linda Lou Curry will now serve as McEwen's supervisor and cook. Lou Curry appreciates the promotion and the warm welcome she has received from the dining hall staff.
I'm just glad that someone, really showing me something that really I could do. It makes me feel good that somebody is complimenting me on something that I'm doing.
Elon University, like the town, has a rich history, and today the school wants to take the time to honor 2 emeriti history professors who dedicated their time to telling people the story of our college. Carol and George Troxler will have room 110 in Lindner Hall dedicated in their honor tonight at 5 p.m. The Trocklers have combined 77 years of experience teaching at Elon and have established 2 scholarships to help students studying history. Thinking about studying abroad? We have some tips to keep your money safe across the pond.
And later in the show, we'll introduce you to an Elon student who is DJing around the world.
Hi, I'm Salvador Ruiz, owner of the Cancun Mexican restaurant in Burlington. We are proud to support ELN Local News.
Yami, Burlington's newest Japanese steakhouse, a local gathering for any occasion, specializing in sushi and hibachi-style cooking. Yami Japanese Steakhouse, located at 3123D Garden Road in Burlington.
Hi, my name is Alexander Dum. I'm the manager here at Yami Japanese Steakhouse. We are proud to support the Elon Local News.
Take a look under your bed. Find stuff under there? What about jobs? No? Now try your closet. Still no jobs, just more stuff? Well, you really have both. See, stuff is defined as household articles considered as a group. Sometimes this stuff is no longer needed. Wait, no longer needed? That can't be right. Because remember those jobs you were looking for? Those are really needed. And they're the stuff inside your stuff. Our job is to unlock those jobs. And it starts when you donate your stuff to your local Goodwill. Here's how we do it. When you donate to Goodwill, we sell your stuff to provide job training for people right here in your community. So just by teaming up with Goodwill, you help create jobs. And isn't that worth parting with the leftover keytar from your 80s cover band? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs.
You sure you don't want some? It's chamomile. Listen, you are extremely terrifying. Just the scariest undead subhuman thing on TV, and I really mean that. But I am worried that you could give my kids nightmares if they see you, so I'm gonna have to block you. So that's it. Oh, and tell the zombies they're blocked too.
It's a Latin word meaning whimsical or idle of notion, vagarious. You don't hear it on TV often, but it was the champion word spelled correctly by a Turrentine middle school student, Shiv Patel, at the Times New Spelling Bee. With the correct spelling, Patel now moves on to the Scripps National Spelling Bee in Washington, D.C. in May. A big congratulations to him. So Matt Lee, Patel is 14 years old and correctly spelled that word to move on. Let's see if you can spell it correctly. Vagarious.
Oh man, how did Patel do this? V-A-G-A-R-I-O-U-S.
No.
Really?
I think that's wrong.
Is it wrong?
It is.
Well, let me get a double check on that one. But let's move on. Rubbish bin or trash can. They both mean the same thing, but depending on where you are, you could hear one or the other. Some students are abroad for the semester and others are getting ready to head overseas. If you applied to study abroad in the summer or fall semester, it may be too early to start packing, but it's never too early to start planning your budget.
Our Ryan Green and Katie Maraghi are halfway through their time in London and have some tips for making the most of each pound, euro, or lira.
Cheers from London. Studying abroad can be the time of your life, but can also be a little pricey. We quickly found out public transportation is your friend. As nice as a cab may sound, it's gonna cost you. Study up on the subway and bus schedules and find some walking routes. They are a great way to see more of the city, get some exercise, and avoid cab fares.
Next, you've got to eat. While you might be tempted to sample the local cuisine, it isn't always economical. Treat yourself to the local markets every once in a while, but make sure you do your main grocery shopping where the locals go and cook at home.
While touring the city, be sure to keep your belongings close. Pickpockets are known to target Americans in touristy areas. So tuck your passport, credit cards, and travel documents away and keep them close to your body. Investing in a money belt is never a bad idea for when you need some quick cash.
If you're looking for some local entertainment, ask if there are student discounts available. Museums, theaters, and excursions will often have a special price available if you show a student ID. If it isn't listed, it doesn't hurt to ask.
Finally, shop around before you buy. Don't immediately spend all your cash on souvenirs and travel. Spend some time researching. Local shops are better than chains to get special gifts for family and friends. And sites like Skyscanner and Kayak compare up-to-the-minute prices of flights, allowing you to choose the cheapest travel.
It doesn't matter whether you study abroad in London, Istanbul, Copenhagen, or Amsterdam. These easy tips will help you make the most of your experience.
So Matt Lee, we did check with the producers, and you in fact did spell it wrong.
What?
Sorry.
How did Patel do that?
It may be too late to apply for fall semester abroad, but the 2015 winter term applications are coming out on March 4th.
The third annual winter term study abroad fair will be held in McKinnon Hall at 11 a.m. on March 4th, giving students the chance to see what classes are being offered.
Applications are due March 20th, but will reopen in April on a first-come, first-served basis.
If leaving the state to learn isn't for you, our Corey Shegda traveled 20 minutes down I-85 to learn about science, otters, and more.
Welcome to the Greensboro Science Center. It's home to penguins, stingrays, sharks, and many other animals. But recently, there have been some new additions.
Theodore, Quincy, Eleanor, Molly, and Abigail.
These are the 5 new baby otters that were born at the Science Center a couple months ago, and Natalie Johnson helps take care of them. Naming the otters was not an easy task, so they got some outside help.
We had a competition, or like a voting, where we picked different names. They were born on Veterans Day, so we picked patriotic names.
They wanted the experience to be interactive, like so many other parts of the museum.
The Greensboro Science Center really gives you a chance to get inside of the animal's world.
This is Shania McIntyre. She has been to the Greensboro Science Center many times and loves it.
I was running to the stingray because I was happy to see them because they were soft and they're in water. And I like water.
Getting to pet the stingrays is one of many interactive exhibits, but you don't need to be a little kid to enjoy what the Greensboro Science Center has to offer.
Mothers bring their kids during the week, I see, but we have a lot of field trips. There are a lot of older kids too, but it's a good mix.
Admission is only $12.50 per day. This includes a zoo, psyquarium, and an interactive science center. Corey Shegda, Elon Local News.
Oh, now let's take a closer look at those otters, Matt. Here are some of the photos of them when they were born on Veterans Day. These adorable Southeast Asian clawed otters were given patriotic names like Eleanor, Molly, Abigail, Quincy, and Theodore. Before they were allowed to join their parents, Jelly and Mark Lee, in the exhibit, they had to learn how to swim, which now they all can. Boy, Matt, one of those otters was kind of named after you, wasn't it?
You'd be surprised, but Matt and Mark and Jelly Lee are actually my otter cousins. We go swimming a lot together at the Greensboro Science Center.
Sweet.
But coming up on ELN Morning, if you thought curling was only in Sochi, you're wrong. I'll show you why next.
And his name is DJ Adsman. We'll introduce you to the professional button player after the break.
Separate raw meats from other foods by using different cutting boards. 3,000 Americans will die from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
When you throw away money on wasted electricity, you're throwing away everything you could have bought with it. Saving energy saves you money.
The average text takes your eyes off the road for nearly 5 seconds. Stop the texts. Stop the wrecks. Visit us at stoptextstoprex.org.
Here's your check. Oh, you got it. You know, since I got rid of my car, I really enjoy walking.
Okay. Got it. Nope.
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates.
Oh, you're home early.
You live with your mom?
That'll set your game back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Welcome back to ELN Morning. It's Tuesday morning, meaning that once again, it's time for college coffee.
Our Jasmine Turner is live in McKinnon Hall. Jasmine, what's going on that side of campus?
Good morning, Matt and Atoria. I'm here at College Coffee, where today's the last day in celebrating Black History Month. They actually, a few minutes ago, just got to recognize the Black faculty and staff of Elon. But other great things going on at College Coffee this morning. They have donuts and one of my favorites, hot apple cider. So it's sure to keep you warm today on this pretty cold day. But College Coffee is going great. As you can see behind me, there's a lot of people out here hanging out, having a good time, getting to see friends, faculty, staff, and just, it's a great time. So back to you guys. Have fun in the studio.
Thanks for filling us in on College Coffee, Jasmine. Sean Barry now joins us in the studio to tell us what is happening on campus this week. Sean?
Thanks again, Matt. Today at 7, there will be a screening of the dark satirical Indian comedy Pepley in LaRose Digital Theater in the Corey Business Center. This is part of the Global Neighborhood Film Series. After the screening, there will be a discussion on with the Assistant Professor of Political Science and International Studies, Jason Kirk, about the film. Now, if you're looking to get more involved around campus, the Spring Organization Fair has been rescheduled for Wednesday at 5 p.m. in the Mosley Center. All students are welcome to come out to check out the different clubs, and while you're there, be sure to stop by the Elon Local News table. And finally, on Thursday, the Dolly Quartet Classical Romance Latin Passion will be performing in Whitley Auditorium at 7:30 p.m. The Dolly Quartet is a fresh voice in classical and Latin American music, and admission is free with your Phoenix card.
It's crunch time for Elon's men's basketball. They play their last 2 games of the regular season in front of Elon fans, with the season finale in Alumni Gym on Saturday against Davidson. Now, as for the women's basketball team, they will do the opposite as they travel to Chattanooga Friday and then over to Sanford for their season finale on Sunday.
It's definitely a lot to look forward to, especially with the way Elon has been playing lately. And we are continuing to see phenomenal players make some excellent plays across Elon's winter and spring sports. Our Jacob LaPlante has last week's top 3 plays of the week.
First, on the hardwood, guard Kelsey Harris picks off the Wofford pass, leads the fast break, and with the slick move, gets past the Wofford defender for the lay-in. At number 2, on the baseball diamond, catcher Chris King shows his arm strength, throwing down to second baseman Will Leathers to record the out. A replay shows a perfect throw leads to a perfect out. And finally, at number 1, again in Alumni Gym, it was the woman of the night, Kelsey Harris, picking off another Wofford pass, goes behind the back on the fast break and lays it in. Harris also was recognized for a 1,000th point Saturday afternoon. Those are this week's top plays. I'm Jacob LaPlante, Elon Local News.
We just finished an exciting Winter Olympics, and it seems every time they roll around, certain sports are talked about more than others. Maybe because of NBC's programming or just the uniqueness of the sport, the talk of Elon this year was curling.
Jasmine Turner and I found a local curling club and decided to try out the sport for ourselves. Check it out. Stones.
Brooms.
Curling. It's been in the Winter Olympics since 1998 and is now becoming popular in the United States.
Curling's really growing in a lot of places where
curling hadn't traditionally been a sport.
Joe Mecca has been curling since 2006 when there were very few curling centers. Today there are clubs all over the Southeast from Atlanta to Richmond to right here in North Carolina. Mecca says the Olympic coverage over the years has helped popularize the sport.
Olympic coverage has gone a long way toward helping to grow the sport. I expect that this year there'll be another big wave of growth across the country.
Curling involves 2 teams of 4 sliding a stone across the ice into 4 aligned rings. The goal is to release the stone strategically into the ring to get the most points. Sweepers sweep the ice to influence the trajectory of the stone into the ring. The team with the most stones closest to the center win.
People can curl right up on into their 70s, and they've shown that they do. It's a very adaptive sport.
With all the people trying out the sport, Jasmine and I decided to play too. Up and down. Uh-oh. The sport definitely takes a lot of practice and skill, but we kept on trying.
Mecca says the growing demand of the sport has led the Triangle Curling Club to open its own facility.
We're actually building our own facility in RTP, so we'll have a dedicated curling facility right here in North Carolina. We believe it'll be the first one in the Southeast.
In the meantime, the club will continue to hold open houses and private lessons for anyone interested in playing the Olympic event. Matt Lee,
Jasmine Turner,
ELN Morning. If you want to curl for yourself, the Triangle Curling Club is having an open house this Friday from 8:30 to 11:30 p.m. You will be able to curl all you want for just $10.
You could call him the Diplo of Elon. We'll introduce you to the Limelight Records' new EDM artist after the break.
Looking for these? You drive buzzed. It could be one very expensive ride.
First, you gotta make bail. Then pay me to get your car back.
Your insurance premiums will go through the roof.
And my legal fees just keep adding up. All told, it could end up costing you $10,000.
Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Take a look under your bed. Find stuff under there? What about jobs? No? Now try your closet. Still no jobs, just more stuff? Well, you really have both. See, stuff is defined as household articles considered as a group. Sometimes this stuff is no longer needed. Wait, no longer needed? That can't be right. Because remember those jobs you were looking for? Those are really needed. And they're the stuff inside your stuff. Our job is to unlock those jobs. And it starts when you donate your stuff to your local Goodwill. Here's how we do it. When you donate to Goodwill, we sell your stuff to provide job training for people right here in your community. So just by teaming up with Goodwill, you help create jobs. And isn't that worth parting with the leftover keytar from your 80s cover band? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs.
This is your computer. Let's go on the internet.
Let's go. Okay. She's gonna love me all over again.
Jamaica, here you come.
Here we go.
Good job.
To his friends, he is known as Adam Freudenstein, but in the club, he goes by DJ Adsman.
Hi, thanks for joining us. So tell us, is it difficult to be an EDM artist on Elon's campus?
I wouldn't say it's difficult because the music will follow. I feel like Elon needs like a new artist, he needs a new scene, and I feel like I can deliver to that audience here at campus.
Well, our Lauren Cook has more to introduce you to our audience. Let's take a look at you.
At just 13 years old, DJ Adsman discovered his love for electronic dance music.
My uncle, he showed me this track that he made on his computer, and I was like, oh my god, that's amazing, how'd you do that? And then, curious and eager to learn more, I decided I wanted to make music on a computer.
6 years later, he has come a long way. He started producing his own music and became a professional DJ and producer. Adsman was signed by Kara Records this winter term and now gets to tour the country to perform.
The best feeling in the world, I have to tell you, is when someone listens to your song live and then like a song you created from scratch, a song you created in this room, and then you just go wild and love it.
As for his name, it comes from his brother, a nickname from when he was in 7th grade.
Yeah, it just kind of stuck and I never got rid of it, so I guess that's gonna be my name.
His name isn't the only thing that stuck with him through his music career.
When I first started making music, I wrote down 3 goals in my notebook. One of them was getting signed, one of them was playing a concert, and the other was making a world-renowned song.
With 2 of those goals completed, DJ Asman is excited to keep progressing.
I can't wait to see what happens in the future. When you love something so much, you can't just walk away from the game. You just gotta like keep driving and keep wanting more. So I think I'm gonna stick with DJing and producing music forever.
Lauren Cook, Elon Local News.
Now, DJ Asman, you are really cool. So can you just tell me this one problem I have? There's a song called Jackhammer, and I don't know why, but there's no C. Tell me how you choose the name for your song and what that means.
Well, it's really hard with instrumental music, especially because, you know, you just don't know like what to call it and stuff, and it sounded like a jackhammer. And I don't know, I just got rid of the C just because it just looked cool when on the art and stuff, so I kind of chose it without the C.
yeah, well, that was definitely cool. Can you tell me the inspiration for Jackhammer?
Well, it actually, 2 of the songs, Irreplaceable and Jackhammer, were made at Elon's campus, and the other 2 were made the summer before I came to school. So, I don't know, the inspiration came from like the really hard Dutch progressive house scene that's coming on. You know, the scene, and it's really popular, and I just wanted to replicate that because it's really good.
So how long does it take you to make something like this? Like, what's your process? What are the steps?
I usually like think of something that's really popular right now. I listen to a song, gives me inspiration, and then it just usually takes me like, it could take me 2 weeks, it could take me like a couple months to get it right, but I'm a perfectionist, so it depends on the song and if I like it or not.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So what do you want for your career? What's the next step in your career going forward?
The next step I would say is performing at a festival. I think that's a really ambitious goal, but I think I could do it. I think I could definitely do it before college is set and done, and I really think that's the next big goal, and that other big goal would be getting on higher labels. So.
Wow, that would be really cool. So what's it like to get reaction from the fans? Like, do they just go crazy? Because I'd be up all over.
Do you have campus fans?
Yeah. Well, I've been getting a lot of press from shows and stuff at Tap House and fraternity parties and sorority parties, and it's just been really great atmosphere. Even at Pacha, like last Friday, I was at New York City performing at one of the biggest clubs in the world, and we really hit the ball hard, and there was like 400 people there going up and down and stuff. It was just, it was amazing, amazing experience.
Wow, well, I just want to thank you so much, DJ Asman, for coming in and joining us. That's all we got for this ELN Morning. But be sure to join us next Tuesday for all the news you need to wake up with.
Have a great morning. Elon will leave you with Your Love by DJ Asman. Have a great day.
Thanks for joining us, man. It's really awesome.
It is cool.